Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Compass Games Town Hall, episode 117. I am joined tonight by Billy Thomas, and I'm sure Bill will be around shortly.
He will.
Daniel Berger, I saw your comment about dancing to the intro music, and I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had that the live video starts with me playing and actually dancing along to the music, because I definitely do that. Bill and Billy have popped in while I'm doing that, and I haven't noticed before. That's been really fun. Yeah, Billy launched a coup. Just taking over.
No. See, here it comes.
That's a nice souvenir, Jonathan.
What souvenir?
Brother-in-law has been to the U.S. bringing back a copy of World War II Commander Market Garden.
Who?
Jonathan.
John who?
Dyer. If you were here, you would see the comment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okie doke. What are we doing today?
We got so many things. Do we want to talk about... Somebody had a question already. How do we ship? That's USPS. That one's an easy one. Shortest coup in history. Yeah, you got to work on that for next time, Billy.
Why?
It's 2 in a row. So
why? What Bill do?
it was 2 weeks ago.
They were joking about him taking over.
I'll take over.
All right, I'm going to pull up the release schedule because there's been quite a bit of movement on that. Hi, Don.
Hi.
You're not Don.
Well,
all right.
What? Whoever I am.
So this was the big surprise. I've already seen a couple of you comment about it. 9 years deluxe edition, which was a surprise edition and jumped to the front of the line. So people are going to be very excited to get that shortly.
Anyway, yeah. Well, no. Any way you can send tracking number with your shipments, no. The only thing we do is we do provide international.
Yeah,
tracking.
you can use informed delivery. If you are signed up for USPS informed delivery, then you'll hear about it. That's how most of our folks know when their games are on the way.
Yeah, but we don't do tracking.
Yeah. 9 years right at the front, David. And then Desert Blitzkrieg British Tank Ace, Sea Power in the State, which just wrapped up on Kickstarter, and followed by Brief Border Wars 2. And the next edition, as we had one of those empty spots we always have to fill, Rebel Tide. Greg Smith, somewhere around here. I think you'll be excited to see that one popping up into the schedule. Let me see. Yep. A lot of people say the informed delivery works. It only said if you have multiple games on pre-order, you kind of have to figure out which one it is, but we're usually pretty transparent about which one's about to ship. 9 years, not included. Greg Smith. All right. So let me get our banner up here for... Not that one. Share your questions in the comments. Oh, that looks silly. We got to redo all of our settings. They reset the layout again. Steel Wolves. Reprint estimated date. Good question.
Sometime after New Year.
And then we have 2, before we leave the release schedule, do we want to talk about the 2 games that are back in stock? Or at least mention them?
Well, no, we know one.
Well, you know one. I don't know if the general population knows one.
Yeah, Golden Age of Piracy.
Yes. And the other one.
Oh, Western Front Ace.
Yes.
Yeah, Manassas actually is almost done at the printers. Okay, we have a few issues that we're trying to rectify, but that's on the printer. Yeah, everybody's saying, yeah, that was funny. I was on that show, and here's what happened. I get home around 7:30, and he emailed me at 6:30 saying, do you want to be on? And so I emailed him at 7:45 and said, well, it's a little late now. Okay, but then he said, okay, get on. So, yeah, no, I did it. And it's always fun. No, I like doing this show. I wish more people had the I wish more people had the guts to put me on other shows.
I don't know if people know that they can.
No,
We told them.
Those stuff.
Yeah, no, I go on any show. I have no problem with that.
South Atlantic. I'm guessing that's Battle for the South Atlantic.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any update on that.
Yeah, no update on that one. No update on that one.
That's how I live my life too, Brian. When it arrives, it's a fun surprise. Got to just Paper Wars. Oh, that is a. We have some Paper Wars updates that we can segue into there.
You got Dress Paper Wars. I'm canceling it again?
Every time. Not an episode goes by.
I don't know what
Okay.
Whiskey Charlie is.
That's most thing.
Oh, he never invites me. Nobody ever invites me.
Jeez, Mo.
Yeah, nobody does. I'm like, who is that guy with the bear out in the wilderness?
The guy with the bear in the wilderness. Wow.
I can't believe I can't remember that name. Grizzly Adams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Like my first thought was like 100 Acre Wood, like you were going to be Christopher Robin with Pooh. I don't know. I got to think of better references. Okay, so speaking of Paper Wars, we're going to look at some previews for 119 that Ty sent over. So these are the counters for, these are the ones for MacArthur's Gambit. So that's going to be a new scenario for World War II campaigns for 1942. So we go down a theoretical rabbit hole where instead of doing the, right as the Tunisian campaign was ending, we're going to go, instead of Sicily and Salerno, we're going to send those troops on loan to MacArthur and go to Australia with the goal of taking back the oil fields from the Japanese. So I think that one's going to be pretty exciting. And then that'll also have Operation Blue, 1942. So that one is for World War II campaigns also, but for 1941. So that's the try game. It's 1940, 1941, 1942. And it introduces some new unit types and a couple of fresh mechanics. It's got the Stavka heavy artillery. You get Finnish help at Leningrad. There was some variable strength contribution to one of the German players' major attacks. You got dual supply zones for the Axis. So that's like a new thing to introduce there. And then some updated supply rules to cover coastal, aerial, and Leningrad supply. And I like the instant victory conditions because they kind of feel like they remind me of Red Rover, because it's if the Germans exit a unit off one end, you instant win, or the Soviet player gets a unit off the other side, they win. I don't know. I find that clever.
It's crazy.
I think there are counters for that too. Yes. See, this is how we get the CSR nominees. We showed the Paper Wars on the live stream. Exactly, Chris. Okay, I will stop sharing that for a sec.
I know, but she's got humor to herself.
I crack myself up. Somebody has to.
Yeah.
All right, lots of folks getting in their hashtag town halls. If this is your first time here, everybody's leaving that hashtag because that's how you get your chance to win a free game at the end of the night. So be sure to leave a comment with hashtag town hall. I think there's a committee for that, Dave, right? Isn't there a nomination committee?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Pretty sure.
You have two.
Yeah, well, only the fresh one.
What are you going to show?
Take a sip. What?
Oh, I thought he was grabbing a game and then until you said the fresh one. Galaxy Force. That's a good question.
No, yeah, try first. Don't put it in.
Yeah, give me the other one.
What about Galaxy Force?
Oh, is that the printer still? I don't know. China did something. It was supposed to be hang on. That ain't fresh. No, this one is okay then. Oh yeah, it fizzes. Yeah. What's on that? Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, Galaxy Force. Yeah, they somehow it's been there for 3 months. But then the good thing was we have some changes to it. So it's at the printers. Will we ever get the PDF rules for the solo rules for no?
Nope.
No can do for enemy action. Kharkov. Because then people will just play the game online.
Yeah. See, that was what I was thinking, Mo. I was like, wow, they're really tired of me. They got to be drinking to get through this. GDW
somebody asked
reprint.
me about somebody emailed me and asked me about something about trench rate. When you can put the PDFs up on the website for the thing. So I said they're laminated. So that's why you have the erasable pen marker.
Oh, they were asking for like the little chart things? Like
yeah,
the
because they
people?
thought they could only play one game.
Oh. Well, that would just be silly.
To follow up on the question I asked last time about a game subject the Compass would not want to do. To be honest, I don't know of one that I can think of that I wouldn't do.
I'm guessing he pressed enter too quickly and has a follow-up question for that. There we go.
Oh, okay. Has there been anything the Compass has wanted to do, but a supplier like a printer said it refused to work for their own? No, we've never had that happen.
I've had that happen. Not with Compass, but China's publishing review. If you do anything about China, sometimes you can get kicked out of the factories there. Before I came to Compass, I worked on a couple of those.
Yeah, so that so that's that. Oh yeah, I like trench raid. Are you happy with how Galaxy Force have come together? No, yeah, Galaxy Force I like. We just gotta get it printed.
So no.
I'm gonna pull that up because I don't know if I've shown the updated product page on here.
No, now we've done South China Sea, which has maybe that doesn't have Taiwan. No, I think it does.
If it doesn't depict China in a negative light, they don't usually.
Yeah.
Where's the share screen button now? There we go. Just while we're talking about Galaxy Force, it has such a pretty map.
Oh yeah. So I get a quote from the. Oh, I like that. What game is that?
That's Galaxy Force. So I thought everybody kept asking about it.
Green and the red.
So pretty.
Oh, we gotta make sure. Right. But yeah, I like that.
I had already told him about that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, that was.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I get the artist guy emails me and goes, "Hey, I just want to make sure you're on board with this." I go, "What is this game? I've never even heard of it." So I email Greg and say, "Hey, what is this game? Western Desert."
We talked about it after he posted it on Facebook.
Yeah, no, I never knew what it was.
VCore. I just saw them talking about an update. They said January, right?
Yeah, VCore. We just got the stuff in, I think, and now we got to put it together because they had printed some of the rule books too tight with the binding, so we had to redo it. So that's good. I like that.
I have wanted him to do that for so long, Dudley. Top-down view of a Christmas tree. You know what? I can see it. I still like it.
I have both.
I have that in my house.
No, it's like,
My room, my Christmas tree.
no, it's like something you put on the. What else?
It just didn't come together, did it?
Nope.
No, I said no. I'm not gonna say that. It's stupid.
Yeah.
So when I do that, I rethink what's coming out.
Now you just
I say, stop.
Yeah, and then you do.
Oh yeah.
So
Go on.
Expo's coming up. I think we're just about a little over 40 folks registered. And we've got the special events shaping up, quite a few new things. We've got the 5-man demo that's going to run for the entire length of Expo for Lightning Strikes. We've got 2 Struggle Series games from Mark Milanovsky and John DeSicco. We got a whole bunch of Greg Smith stuff, as usual. And then I'm going to be adding 2 new demos from Ian Cooper, who did Raiders of the Deep. And he and his wife are both going to be there and running demos of those games and showing off some early stage stuff. So that one's going to be, one of them is a Roman charioteer game.
Oh, yeah,
and then one of them is, it's Plucky Little Luxembourg. It's kind of inspired by the joke game, Lucky Little Luxembourg. So I'm looking forward to both of those. I think the cherry tier game is going to be really fun. We've got designer hosted play sessions, how to play sessions. And then if you read the newsletter, you saw the sneak peek preview of our new scheduling tool. So we kind of went from being super overscheduled to super not scheduled. And we've kind of found a middle ground now that's going to help people schedule out their games. So it's got everybody's games that they're interested in with what days and times they want to play. So now we're connecting people up and people can fill that out on their own. And you can also sign up to get email alerts whenever the designer events get their start dates, because these are all still nebulous. They're going to happen at some point, but we don't have specific times yet. So make sure you get your registration in.
Yeah.
Stop sharing, get back. Oh, nice. We're working on Combat SEAL Team 6 tomorrow. Adam and Chris.
See it. That's our one to know that.
We've got lots of sci-fi games coming down the pipeline. We've got Belter, Fourth Millennium. What's Bill Cooper's one called? He's going to watch this, and then he's going to be very offended that I don't remember off the top of my head. But Bill Cooper has a sci-fi series.
Is that done? What's happening with that game?
Which one?
Bill Cooper's game. He told me a year ago it was ready.
Divine Win?
No.
Beneath the Southern Cross?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to finish up the rule book edits on that before it goes to layout. But everything else is ready.
Oh, okay. So I take it back. Because he didn't come last time. Usually he always comes.
Well, a lot of our folks don't come to the spring one, but they come to the fall one.
No, he comes to both. Well, whatever. I can't remember.
Yeah, Greg, I think we're going to have just a whole corner that's all the solo gamers playing solo games together. I think that's a fun plan. I know I'm forgetting another sci-fi game. I'm going to think of it about 20 minutes from now. I'm just going to shout it out of context. Yeah, I said Belter.
No, I'm saying it.
Doubling up.
Yeah, doubling up. Yeah, no, things are going good. Right?
Yeah.
Combat Vietnam coming up next year. Hi, Phoebe.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Greg nailed it. Belter is based on Belter. But it is about mining asteroids. I think lots of folks have gotten Trend Trade. I've seen a lot of good.
Yeah, everybody's got
so
everything out.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you want to show tonight?
Me, no.
So speaking of Trend Trade, I have kind of the introduction. I had somebody request some information on any other games that Lisa Smedwin's working on. So after Trend Trade, she's going to be working on going into artwork on Tunnel Rats. So that takes a lot of the mechanics that people are really seem to be liking about Trend Trade and takes them to the next level. So in Trend Trade, you know where you're going. Like there's a set board. You don't know what's going to happen in the meantime on your way there, but you know your destination. But in Tunnel Rats, you have absolutely no idea what's going on with the tunnels. You don't know if you're going up, down, around, like any direction. So there's no board, which Bill took some convincing on, but I think he got into it once he figured out how it worked. So you're drawing tiles and assembling the tunnels as you go, and you can fall through trap doors into lower levels. Like this is some serious catacomb level stuff. You're just wandering around in the dark in a 3 to 4 foot high tunnel with a pistol, trying not to get like bitten by a pit viper. And figure out where all the enemies are and bring back intel. And then you also have a random commander. So every time you start a campaign, you'll get a new commander, and they have demands on you, like specific things they want you to go in and get, and like things that they like or dislike. So you're going to have a lot of replayability in the different campaigns, figuring out, because overall there's no real mission other than explore. There's no mission objectives like Trend Trade, but you're going to have your commander that you have to satisfy back at base. It's a lot wider variety of challenges. There's lots of booby traps, deadly wildlife. It's not just the people that you're really dealing with there. Lots of customization, same as Trend Trade. But we're actually going to have equipment cards instead of the check boxes or things you have to write in. So I think that's going to be a little bit more convenient overall. And then more to come as the artwork starts rolling in. So as soon as we have artwork to share, I will get it on here. Okay, I'm done talking for a second.
Better than what we can do.
Yeah, no, she has a. You know what else we got? What's shipping next? Desert Blitzkrieg? Yeah. And then British Tank Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things are going good. Just got, Translate. Trying to think of what else we got.
Breakthrough Russia update. That is a good.
Yeah, there's actually at the printers waiting to be on the next ship over. So that's good. Something I wanted to say. Yeah,
What do you want to say?
I don't know.
Say it.
Working on Mons. That's being worked on, right?
Waiting on Mons. Yeah, Jeff said he's been working through the feedback from Paul, that it's been really helpful. He thinks it's going to improve the quality of the game. And he said he should be done with them like middle of next week. So that one's already gone through pre-production review. So that means we're in the final edits and that it's going to go off to production.
Yeah, Blue Water Navy Pacific. I got in contact with the designer, great guy, but he's still working on it. Okay, so hopefully we could get that wrapped up. That's just one that's just he put it on Board Game Geek for people to review it, and they gave him some good ideas, and he's just wrapping that up. So that's just one of those games that is being worked on, but it's taking a long time. Are you planning a reprint of Crusades and Revolution? Not at this time. And I think we actually, I think that might actually went back to designer, I think.
Yeah, last time we talked
about it.
it.
Randy's going to yell at you now, Brittany.
Who's yelling at me now? Randy?
Randy, yeah.
I can't, Randy. I tried. We don't have admin access on there. Yeah, he messaged me on Facebook and I tried to do it, but we don't have access to do that.
How do we not have admin?
It's not our publisher thread. It's like a separate event thread.
Oh yeah, so we can't do that. So email John.
I can do that.
That should be fun. Okay.
Just do create a new one.
No. Prod Monster reprint. We're actually the problem I've had with that game is the map and everything else is gone, the files. So, and that creates a problem because I wanted to shrink it because it's too big and there's not a lot of information on the counter. So I wanted to shrink and it was too big, like map size and counter size. So I came up with a solution, and it's going to be talked at our Monday meeting, right?
Fascinating.
Because this goes to our new people that we decide to invite onto our meeting.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know it yet. Yeah, they don't know it yet, but they're going to actually redo the map and the counters for that game, so we could do like a 2-mapper instead of the massive 4 1/4 map we did. So that's that. Okay.
Paul, yes, it is. So we had a couple of tight turnaround projects that slowed me down the last couple of weeks, but that's on my list to get back to starting the next week or two. So we got the map play tested and done. It's just updating the rule book to kind of get through that and then making sure all the other systems work with that. And then we have to have the artist redo the board to match the new layout. Okay, so Bill Cooper's sci-fi game, before he yells at me too, is Orion Arm. So it's a 5-game series that's planned. That's going to be the expanding into space. So each game in the series expands you more light years away from Earth. It's empire building, conflict, and it involves jumps. So it's a little more like transport jumps, not like directly flying like we do in Stellar Horizons, where it's more based in current reality and like what could actually happen in the near future. A little more future sci-fi. 2 to 6 player system, real star listings and positions, and it's going to have like a built-in like 3D kind of effect to the maps It's going to be 2 to 6 players, so nice big conflict group game. Okay, sorry. I didn't want Bill Cooper to get mad at me.
Why? He's not on.
Well, the one time he watches would be the time I forget the name of his game.
Yeah, maybe. What else? Trying to think of what else we got coming.
Got so many games.
No, we have a lot of games on North Africa. Right? We have a ton of
That
games
is true. We have
Civil War now. Those really are 2 big thing, I guess. Oh yeah. What's our next Paper Wars thing?
with Fire and Glory.
No, what's the next subscription cycle?
Oh, like what games are in it?
Yeah.
I will check and get back to you on that.
Oh, okay. So what else, Bill?
That would be Incheon, the combat game in 114, Greek House Divided, and Roma Invicta. Does that sound right?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I didn't think any of those got moved.
Okay, I heard something about redoing Avalon Flat Top. I don't. Oh, okay. No, we're not doing that, but yeah, no, we're not. So
Really,
no,
one
we're
for
not.
you.
Dad just gave me changes to make, so it's coming along.
Yeah, so it's on my first draft of it. So what else?
Yeah, those are the issue numbers. I just wanted to make sure that the games I said were the right games for that. But they are.
Where's the Viking game?
Greg is on, I'm sure. Greg will.
Yeah, I don't think he turned it over.
I don't think so. No. But speaking of desert games, I could share some desert general stuff. I should really not say that until I have the tab up. So this is Ernie Copley's North Africa game that I just turned in yesterday. So this is a very, very lightweight game. I actually did playtesting on this before I joined the Compass team. So I had played the War Pacific with Ernie at one of the conventions, and I had reached out to him and said that I wanted to playtest some other stuff. And I still have the print and play version of this from way back before I was even part of the team. So this one, medium complexity, 2-player game. You can do a scenario in an hour or the full North Africa campaign in 4 hours. So it's going to be a really good like Expo type game, beer and pretzels for the evening. 22-inch by 57-inch map when you put the 2 maps together. So, whew, big one. There's some of the more interesting things. I like the soak off attacks. I know that that's been in some other games, but I don't think it's in any of our other North Africa games, where you can just sack one or more of your attacking units to make a bad attack just to give you better odds for another attack. I like the more dynamic movement system. So it's got a lot more dynamic sea movement to it, and then the rail movement into Brook Road construction. And then the allied player allocates the low fuel effects. I like that better than some of the other games where the Axis player gets to choose that, because I feel like if it's an inconvenience to your side, you're probably not in control of it. And then there's 2 different ranges to supply. So you are if you're within 20, you're in supply and you can still attack, but you can't attack at very good odds. So you have to be within 10 for that really good attack radius. And then you can also like take your supplies, combine them, make a big static immobile supply dump, and that gives you bonuses and higher stacking limits within a certain range for a whole turn. So I just feel like there's a lot more like player agency with the supply transport movement than a lot of other North Africa games. One of my favorite things that we added during this last round of pre-production reviews are some of the tracking counters. So we have new counters to track all the multi-use commander effects, and we have counters to track which optional rules you're playing with in that game. So that's something I'm trying to do more of moving forward, because a lot of our games have so many optional rules. And if you step away and you come back, it's like, what systems was I using? So having counters that you can just say, okay, this optional rule 2, 4, 6, this is what we're playing with. Okay. I just shared one thing and stopped sharing. That was not what I meant to do. I meant to stop talking and keep pressing through images. I've got too much energy for this time of night. Counters. See, Daniel, I would have fun. I think that would be fun. I wish more of the designers would work together and do little variants in Paper Wars where you could combine the play of the different games.
Let's not ask that.
No, I know, but isn't that more Paper Wars?
You got anything in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions that I have missed? Oh, Eric already answered that one, so I can just go right
I don't know
past
when
that.
Third World War is going to be ready. I don't know what they're doing. They said it was only the rules left, but that was like months ago.
I feel like the rules are a big chunk of a game like that. Or any game, really.
No, but I thought it was all done. Are there going to be more Doomsday Project games? Yeah, the next one is the North, going to Norway, Sweden, and all those places. Denmark.
But yeah.
Funny thing is, okay, and I don't understand this, but I guess Doomsday Germany did great.
Yeah.
Okay, sold good.
Yeah.
And something Doomsday Balkans, which I actually think is a better game, okay, because it's very different. Okay, hasn't really sold well, and I don't understand why people don't like to go outside Germany, because that's what I gather from all that.
Yeah, but it's also
I don't know if it's like not outside Germany or if not a lot of people are Googling like search engine optimization. How many people are searching for war games about the Balkans?
No,
like you search for a war game about Germany. Like
you would think that there'd be more crossover from the people who bought Doomsday Germany that would want to play the Balkans, but nope, not happening.
Or they could be waiting for the third one so they can play the absolute massive 15 map campaign all at once.
Have you ever thought of reprinting the old card game Naval War? No, I don't even know who has that.
So Insurgent Tide is what I'm going to review next week. So hopefully I'll have notes over to Greg by the end of next week. Iberian Tide is, I think, it's like third in the list. Let me double check that.
I don't know what happened to God Kings, Bill. What happened to God Kings?
Bruce was working on it. He put it on the back burner because he was doing End of Empire.
Atlantean Wars has been moving forward quite a bit. We've been doing a lot of play testing on like the monster summoning kind of like Lovecraftian faction, and then working on the modular game board to kind of increase the replayability. So it's not just one board; it's kind of like Risk, where you can have multiple maps. So that's what we're working on there. It has not gone to artwork yet, but it's progress.
Just getting all the images done. Then we'll format.
Yeah, because God Kings were so it's redoing the. Again, the problem with those were black and white.
Yeah, everything.
And so the rules have to all be redone and, put images because those were the days back in the early 1810s when black and white were rule books. So it takes a lot. Same thing with Proud Monster. You have to redo the whole rule book. Yeah, Brittany, some guy yelled at you.
I know, I'm going back to it.
I like that.
He buys a lot of the games still.
It's because I yelled at him last night, so now he likes me getting yelled at. Hold on.
Tony?
Yeah, Tony yelled at you.
The problem with Google Drive is you can zoom in, but you can't move around.
They're blurry.
I guess they're better. No, they're better.
They load. It just takes a while to load. I can't move around on this, though, except for up and down. That's kind of the pain in the butt when you do that. But I will leave this zoomed in for you to check some things out and slowly scroll up and down.
Yeah, and then I think, what else do we have, Bill? I saw something.
I don't think anybody has submitted any panels for when I've asked, but I guess I haven't specifically asked about panels. I've just asked everybody what events they would like to do. But I can see about organizing some of those.
I'd love to see another panel with half a dozen or more designers kicking in 5. It was great. I wish I recall what you're talking about, but
you don't remember the panels that we did? We did for like 2 events, and then we kind of stopped doing them. We had like all the Battle of the Bulge designers on a panel where people could submit questions ahead of time. And
no, but I think Greg's talking about something else.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's over.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you. The problem, I'm in dark mode, so I didn't actually see that was there. Thank you. All right. Yes, this is Desert Generals. I was getting back on this because I hadn't zoomed in on the counters enough for people. Iberian Tide, Spanish Civil War. As Daniel already answered.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could say something about that. If I won't.
Paul Schwarzenbart had asked about High Seas Fleet.
I'm confused.
What?
Well, what do you mean?
Like game status? What's going on with High Seas Fleet?
Well,
it's in the
call it up.
Yeah, kind of schedule it.
People have got to see. People can go look. See.
There it is.
Where?
Right there.
There it is. It's right there.
Between paperwork and special record. That's dead status.
Oh, I'll check that out, Mel. Let's see.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
We did multiple designer panels though, Greg. Like we had like the dinosaurs of SPI. I didn't call them that. They called themselves that. The Battle of the Bulge one.
Yeah, Brittany called them old.
I did not. They specifically said you should use this terminology. I did not call them dinosaurs.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a new Facebook group for people to join.
Oh,
I didn't know about that.
No, me neither.
So that one is.
It's based off a game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Third World War. So all the Third World War series ones.
Yeah, but that's been around.
No, that's brand new. Last week or so. I'll put a link in the comments if people are interested. That was somebody asked. They're like, "Oh, do we have a game specific group for Third World War? We must. Like every other game has its own thing." And somebody said, "Oh, no, we don't." So I think it was David. I think David started it up.
They rejected me.
I know one of the questions was, "Are you going to follow the rules?" And I'm like, "No, I plan to be a terror like always."
No, they rejected me.
They did not.
They rejected me.
And Bill's not allowed. Secret
not
Clubhouse.
allowed.
That's funny. You got booted.
That is pretty funny. Somebody had asked about DC Hund. So the components on that are almost done. I need to do the final pre-layout rulebook pass on that next week. And then that text will be the reminder text on the board. And then I think we're pretty much wrapped up except for the back of the box. Yeah, did you answer the questions, Bill?
Yeah, to the best of my ability.
I said I wouldn't follow the rules and they still let me in. So my reputation precedes me. I can share. My tabs keep opening on the wrong screen. But I thought it would be fun to scroll through some of the new. Oh my goodness. You made me come up with a whole secondary name for this game.
Do you remember that?
Is this ready yet? I've been seeing this for years.
This is like the first game I signed when I joined the team, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And yes, final pre-layout rulebook pass next week. I just need to do the final checks on that, and that's going to rulebook.
trying to think what else he got.
Wow, you jumped up 4 members in the time it took me to share that link. Nice job.
No, more than that was at 94, wasn't it?
99.
Something in the 90s.
I thought it was 94. Wow.
Jeff Beeler. I didn't see your first question. Let me keep going up.
What else?
All right, Jeff, I've scrolled up a ways, and I don't see any other comments from you. So I don't know what the so no is about. But if you repeat your question, I can toss it up.
Oh, I don't know. I forgot.
Midget subs and coastal subs and Martyr too. So it's got a lot to it. Chris Selman, that's DC Hound, or the midget submarine game, as Bill likes me to call it, or the little person submarine game.
Yeah, I said little person.
You're not supposed to say midgets.
She already said 4 times.
Yeah, you crazy person.
Oh boy. Y'all are so quiet. Other than hashtag town hall, like get those questions going.
Have you looked at some of the people in the group? There's a lot of big time designers.
That's probably, I think that's our work group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they booted Dad. That's how he said.
Yeah, that's why they booted me. Yeah, I don't know.
That's a fun question.
What's yours, dude? Holding the rule books like they're my babies.
What's everybody's interest or hobbies?
What's your dude?
No, it's not for me.
Yeah, it is.
You're part of it.
No, it says when not playing, what are everyone's other interests?
Dad, first of all, Dad's not playing.
Oh my gosh.
So Dad's not playing. No answer.
You guys do sports stuff, right? You guys are into
Brittany.
sports. What?
I like watching baseball now.
Yeah.
But that's only been this year.
Yeah, no.
Oh, really?
Well, I used to watch when I was a kid, but then I haven't watched Red Sox for 12 years, and now all of a sudden we're big on it.
So yeah, no, I haven't watched the Red Sox for a long time. I started last year.
Since they won. The last one, when they won in 2018, I watched it.
I didn't watch it then.
Yeah, but after that, I haven't watched it since then. So, but got back into it this year.
You got some confidence for only watching it for a year, Bill, with that $100 bet with Adam.
No, because I got a good team. But no, I don't. What kind of hobbies do I have? See, people don't understand this, so I won't say it.
What you gotta say now?
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
What?
It is my hobby.
Yeah, work is my hobby and always has been. And my wife doesn't understand that because she even not just Compass, but all my work. And it's just I enjoy it, and it's always been fun for me. And she goes, well, why can't when you go on vacation? I go because that is what I. So my work is really has always been my. It's not work to me.
Yeah, that's only Compass.
No, that was everything.
No, but I think
when the pharmacy, everything, I like doing what I do. Even when I worked at the nursing homes, I loved it. I would work all the time, and it wasn't like I was working. So if you find a job you really like, that's what happens. I'm not even going to answer.
Brittany didn't answer the question.
Yeah, Brittany doesn't answer. Yeah,
I pulled up the release schedule and circled it with my mouse cursor.
No. What you do outside of games? What's your other hobbies?
Oh yeah, I don't really have that many right now. I knit.
Never mind. On to the next.
Eastfront Battles Quad. I'm sure I have other things, but right now I don't have that many.
Well, you read, don't you?
Yeah, I read a lot, but I don't really consider that a hobby. It's just a thing I do a lot.
Fair enough.
I got a lot of. I read. I got a lot of books. I read and then.
Can't forget them all.
Because I'm always so I'll read like 3 or 4 pages and I'll be reading and I'll say, geez, I don't even know what I've just read because my mind's thinking about something else.
Yeah.
So.
Any update East Front Battle Squad? I just pulled up the picture for spice things
it's
up.
at the printers. Yeah, right? You have to read through the box, yeah. No, we're redoing something.
It's not the printers.
I probably do that too, Brian, but I don't consider that a hobby. I feel like a hobby is like something you're like actively doing, and like reading or watching videos and stuff. Like that's not a interactive, I guess. I don't know. See, David said bird watching, and I feel like knitting is in the same level of cool as bird watching.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give you that. I agree with that.
No, see, now you don't need to bird watch because you got that app that tells you what birds.
Yeah. Like my mom has it.
My mom has it because we got a lot of birds around.
That's not your mom.
No, Carolyn has the app, so she hears it squawking, and it will tell you what bird you see, so you don't have to bird watch.
Flight Radar 24 just added an AR feature where you can just put your phone up at the sky and it pulls up all the details of all the flights that are like above you. I love Flight Radar. I'm so nosy. Like other people are nosy about their neighbors. I'm nosy about every plane that goes over the house.
Wait, but it has to have already been over, or is it on the route to be going over?
I think the AR mode is for like the planes that are right above you, but you can always look at their radar and just like click on the different little plane icons and it says like who they are and where they're coming from.
Yeah, but what if they're not above you?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We always have planes. We're on the route for Sikorsky, so we always have helicopters, and then all the New York City airports go above us.
Do you hear them or no?
Yeah, I hear them all the time. That's actually why I started doing it, because I was looking up like how fast they can go without it being like a violation for noise. So whenever something's extra noisy, I'm like, are they speeding? Not that I can do anything about it, but
she's like the police for the air.
Gosh. Yeah, I love it when people's hobbies end up pulling them into a side hustle of actually working in the industry. That seems to have happened to a lot of our folks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's somebody down, I think it's Bridgeport, who seems to have a collection of old military planes. And like they'll just go overhead and they're the coolest things. And somebody was like, oh, they can't be privately owned. I'm like, well, it has the ownership records right on there.
Printing's crazy.
See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, there's two.
So speeding there's a regulation of speeding below a certain altitude. So like it's noisy if they're below that altitude going too fast. And that's like the noise regulation. Never mind. I am off the rails. Somebody had asked about Carrier Race. So Carrier Race is actually coming up review-wise. That one's right before Iberian Tide. So that one, I think people are going to really like. If you liked the historical aces from like Western Front Ace, you're really going to like this because it's got the historical ace cards again, but it also has historical scenarios that represent actual missions flown by the U.S. Navy pilots. And each one adapts the sequence of play to kind of more match historically what happened and guide you through that. I thought that was really cool. And then the ocean battle board, or the ocean and island battle boards are really cool, where you're choosing like your straight path of attack. And so like all of them are in this cool like flower pattern, and you have to figure out which direction you're going to speed in. I'll share the artwork for that once we finish up the pre-production review. Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't expect there to be an update on Vengeance Squad like every couple of days. I know that there's like a current playtesting round, but I wouldn't expect the feedback to be super, super regular just yet. There we go. Yeah, that's one of the things like I also liked is that the skill diversity is more focused on how you fly versus what you fly. So you're like more like specializing in your attack types instead of an individual plane. And then you can actually specialize in parachute usage. So you got to focus on trying to survive to live another day. I like that one. Just going to like paint it on the roof like in a zombie apocalypse.
I thought you said Carrier was done.
I did.
Not Carrier.
Yeah. I told you that.
No, but you didn't tell guy had a question on it.
Oh, who had the question? Oh, there we go.
See?
Sorry, somebody had asked about Carrier Ace before. Redo of Carrier, I just finished up the pre-production review on that. So that's going to head into artwork at the end of this month.
You do have which one?
Yeah, Warriors for America and Warriors for Politics. You're forgetting that one. And Warriors for Mexico, and he's working on Warriors of the Civil War.
Yeah.
So there's another Civil War game.
That's right.
How it's going to come, I think, it's going to come Rebel Tide, Mr. Lincoln's War, Grand Army of the Republic.
We just talked
Oh,
about
is that one? Oh, and then we have a big Civil War game that they're working on.
That's the ones they're going to demo at Expo, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
And before that,
Chris, I'll check on that and message you on Facebook tomorrow.
And,
I thought I had seen an update on that.
Yeah. And then what else? Oh yeah, End of Empire. That's moving along. I can't wait to see that one. That's going to be great. Deluxe. War for America. I was actually talking at the meeting today, and I looked at Julian and I go, "Are we scrapping that?" And what did Julian say? No. So it's being worked on. The War for America reprint, and then we got all these deluxe version of stuff that we're working on. And then I know we finally got Against the Reich in from the artist, so Julian's just making final checks on that, and then that will go to the printer. So that's good. And then Yusuf's reviewed and approved Combat Tunisia.
Tunisia and Sicily. Yep.
What is the status of On the Bounce? Well, I think it's bouncing right out of Compass. I don't even know what. Good. Yeah, we paid the designer. Okay, and we have the rights, but I don't even know where that is. That fell off the face of the earth.
The big Civil War game is Struggle for Union, the U.S. Civil War.
Do you have an estimate on when the catalog will ship? God, it's getting to be that time. I think sometime in September, right, Bill?
Yeah.
Like the second week of September or third week of September.
That's exciting. Speaking of all the deluxe editions, we've got the designer signature edition of Viceroys heading into artwork, too. We finished up all the mock-ups for the new player aids and things on that and the map edits. So that's going to be an Ilya project. I can't wait to see what he does with that map. Combat Pacific, yep, that one's still coming up. They're working on finalizing the campaign system and the vehicle rules, which I believe Matthew and his family are working with Clifton on that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. He always has ideas for new hypothetical things.
No, I think he's almost done. What else?
Shattered Swords. Adam had just asked about that the other day.
Oh yeah, no, that's at the printers.
Daniel, yes, that is the remake of the Task Force games. Generally, no.
No, I think there's some kind of comedic thing in that.
Probably. Well, he had laid it out on that template, and I told him that one was for Golden Age collection. Month or quarter for Sensuicon.
What?
Month or quarter for Sensuicon.
Well, it's actually all done. It's at the printers, and we're just trying to fit it onto our container. So I would say sometime early next year.
Jonathan, the caps don't matter. Yep, Brief Border Wars 2. That one's coming up really quick.
No, it's going to be on Kickstarter.
Yeah, that one's going to be the next Kickstarter.
Of course, Brief Border 1 is gone, so.
I thought you... Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Any thoughts on GDW's Assault series?
No.
Nice, Mike.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. See, Bill yells at me. That's his thing.
Yeah.
See? It snows.
Yeah.
How do you score? No. What else? Yeah. Yeah, Brief Border Wars is coming out. Turbo Fans is actually the next one to be reviewed. So that's moving along. So they're actually Brief Border Wars dropped off the release page. What did you do?
No. Hold on. Wasn't I just on there?
I think Dave White's giving us some fake news.
I like that way, though. Yeah, it's right there.
It's right there, Dave. Come on.
I'm just amazed. Some of you must be monitoring the website like in the middle of the night, because there was a couple of hours where this had disappeared when I added the new game. And I actually sent a message to Brian Train. I said, just so you know, like everything's fine if you saw this during that couple hour period. And of course, David did. David, you just like check it all night long.
Brittany does not like people checking that.
No,
Yeah.
I like that people check it. I'm amazed that people check it like so quickly. Like I'll catch something an hour later and somebody's already said, what did you do? Like, what happened here?
And yeah, no, Battle Hymn 1 and 2. Those are all done. And Battle Hymn 2 actually is Benville, Shiloh, and then it's a lot of you do Gettysburg in 62, and it adds on to the Battle Hymn 1 map. So no, that's finally done, and that will be probably the first release of the year, I would think.
All right. Any last minute questions, folks, before we start heading into our giveaway? Get in your hashtag town halls. Apparently there are 20 of you who do not want a free game.
Yeah, we would publish
right.
We would publish RPG game.
Yeah. If it crossed over to the RPG community. I don't know if we would do like a pure wargaming RPG.
Do they even have those?
Yes.
What
There
kind?
are a bunch of solitaire RPGs that are wargaming. Like there's a really popular World War I one.
What's it called?
I have to look it up again. It's really pretty artwork because I'd asked the artist of that for a quote for something at one point.
Yeah, then we had a whole big thing that sort of fell by the wayside again.
We do have an RPG coming up.
Okay.
Polygon.
Yeah, do we?
My mind just completely blanked. It does have a board, but it is a RPG.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
When he said RPG, I was thinking like choppers. But yes, we do have an RPG coming up.
I'm thinking Dungeons and
Yes, that's it, Mike. Thank you.
Choppers.
I love World War I horror. We have another World War I horror game coming up with Joe Fernandez that I'm excited about.
With that isn't with the metal things, is it?
No, those aren't horror.
No, that's Panzer Mech Solitaire.
That's the best ever.
Yeah, but you all know something. My time has passed.
The metal things.
What? No, my time has passed with that stuff. We were actually gonna buy. We were looking at miniatures, but Jesus, those things are expensive, right?
Yeah.
And but we could buy a machine and do it ourselves. Okay, and the cost of the machine. Well, if you buy a new one, and it makes sense if you do a lot of miniature games, but the cost was like $70,000. Okay, plus you had to buy another machine that went with it. Okay, so it was about with everything close to $80,000-$90,000, and then something else too. I can't remember what it was.
I feel like the Risk and Access and Allies crowds would argue with you about that, Andrew.
What am I arguing? I'm not arguing with myself.
No, Andrew said minis just make a game heavy and no one plays, but some of the most popular war games in the world.
Oh yeah, no. Look, I would get into minis if I could make it somehow feasible. Because we have a good World War I game that would be minis. Yeah. And we could throw some minis in some of our other games and do that, but it's very expensive.
So we're doing wooden blocks for gladiators. It is more expensive, but it's not as expensive as doing minis.
No, wooden blocks are cheaper than minis.
Yeah. That's what
Of course, if I bought the machine, then it wouldn't be cheaper. Well, you have to amortize the machine over, but the machine pays itself off quickly if you're doing a lot of minis. Or something else. Oh, and then you have to pay like a maintenance fee every year, monthly for every year maintenance fee, and then they're out of country, so when you call them to do maintenance stuff, they bill you to come over and do it. Okay, but here's what they said. They go, oh no, we could walk people through the technical stuff to fix the machine. So then I said, okay, because that was too expensive. So I said, do you have a used one? And the used one they were refurbishing it from Mexico, I guess. And that would have cost like $60,000. But we haven't brought it up in the meetings anymore, right?
not recently, but the 3D printing thing, there's a lot of work that goes into the 3D printing. People think it's like, oh, you put the thing and you print it and it's good to go. There's a lot of prep work and a lot of things that you have to do afterward to process the minis before they can be packaged in a game. So that's a lot of manpower, unless we can find somebody. We have a couple people that we're talking to, but that hasn't shaken out yet.
That's on top of the machine?
That's for 3D printing minis. People think that 3D printing minis is just like this. You click a button, it makes them and they're good to go. But there's a lot of prep work, a lot of monitoring, and a lot of manpower afterward to prep them to put in a box.
Oh, okay. See, the thing I don't like about minis and Axis and Allies, I was disappointed because I finally bought my first Axis Allies. I didn't know that you had to put a poker chip under the mini for strength points. I didn't like that. I thought, why am I getting minis and I have to put like a poker chip
You don't like that, folks.
to say there's 5 of them there? Yeah, it just didn't do it for me.
That's why I used to like Hero Clicks, because they had the base that rotated, so it showed the current stat at the bottom. Those were always cool.
Oh, I like that better.
Okay, I am going to pull this up before I start us on something else.
Oh, okay.
Giving away free things. Trend trade?
Yeah.
Or 9 years trend trade?
That's okay.
All right. So if the 19 of you who don't want a free copy of Trend Trade would like to get a comment in, you have approximately like 10 seconds.
No, the first Axis ally was the World War I one they such released. My God.
We've got lots of airplane games with no minis.
Yeah, that World War I game was awful. It was non-historical. I couldn't even, I packed it up. I said, I ain't playing this. But that was my one.
All right, here we go.
Right. Who's going to win?
Somebody in Sam Chat on YouTube. I can't guess their country of origin. It's always more fun when I can. Congratulations, Sam. So send us an email with your mailing address and then that you won this episode, sales@compassgames.com, and we'll get your copy of Trend Trade sent out.
Do we know who that is?
No idea.
No idea. Well, what else?
Anything else?
No, that's it. I didn't have a lot today.
That's okay. I talked everybody's ear off.
Now, the funny thing is, okay, and here's the funny thing, is if this was last night, if this was last night, it would have been a totally different show.
Brittany would not have said a word.
You would not have said a word because
I said words.
Oh, no.
You just weren't very nice.
No, because of me. Because me and Bill were talking last night. And
really, it was just him.
Yes. And I got into, oh my God, it was, I would really, I was crazy yesterday. And the funny thing is, Bill goes, wow, too bad it wasn't tonight, because by tomorrow night, you're going to be fine. Okay. And I won't have the, but yeah, no, I was in one of those, right, Bill?
Yeah.
Bill liked it. And it just came out of nowhere. I was sitting in the car.
No, it didn't come out of nowhere. It was...
No, it was a normal night. I was sitting in the car waiting for Carolyn because I sit in the car when she goes shopping. And I'm talking to Bill. and Bill says something to me. Okay. Oh, look what I saw on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, you were getting email. You got a couple emails that kind of set you off.
Oh, yes, I did get an email that was crazy. I'll tell you, it was insane. I got an email, and the good thing is, okay, I got the email, and it was very like weird. It was a weird email. Okay, and I responded with a 2-word tagline. And the guy came back and said, "Oh, I love Compass. You're the greatest," and all this other stuff. And it was like he thought something happened that he thought we did something that we didn't do.
Yeah.
And once I told him that we didn't do it, it was like he's my best friend. But no, it was crazy. Errata for shipping. No, I'm telling you, it was. So then I get over that, and then Bill just likes to come up with stuff, right?
Where's he get that from?
Yeah, he says like that thing, but no. The funny thing is, it's funny because sometimes people will send emails or post stuff that's like ridiculous, okay, and I always email them and I always say, I already have this game. Could you draw again? Oh, well, if Sam wants us to draw again, then we draw again. Well, thank Sam, whoever wins the next one, because he's a stand-up guy. And the guy from last week told me he didn't want the game either because he already has it.
Greg.
Has Brittany?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I moved into this office, since my husband built me my fancy custom office. All right, Greg. We know Greg.
Yeah, so
I can get that one sent out to you. I think you'll like that one, Greg, if you don't already have a copy.
But yeah, so everything else is going good. So you didn't get the rant because it was a different day.
That was that story.
So I can't go into it because I'm not into the mood.
All right. Then thank you all for joining us. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. And until then, happy gaming. Thanks all.
Okay, have a good one.
Yeah,